Hello guys, welcome to another video. This is Saket Wahi SEO. Today I'm going to be covering the most famous SEO methods, which is PBNs. How you can build PBNs, manage PBNs and leverage them in 2021. This is going to be a no-brainer guide, so you don't have to be the topmost SEO expert to build and manage your own PBN. Let's get into the video. So private block networks, PBNs. A no-brainer guide to building PBNs, managing them and leveraging them in 2021. So who am I? I'm Saket Wahi. I'm from a small town from north of India. It's called Amritsar. If you guys have heard of it, it's close to the Himalayas. I started SEO in 2014 at the age of 16. Yes, at the age of 16. I was quite young. I was in my school and it was fun doing SEO while studying for my exams. I mean, I didn't study, but... So after I completed my A levels, as you may say, I moved to London. And I worked for an SEO agency for one of my closest friends, and I was managing his 200 site PBN network. That was a lot. That was a lot of work, but it was all worth it because I mastered the skill of just managing PBNs, building PBNs, and testing various strategies with PBNs. When I got a little famous on Conquer, I decided to quit my job and university because I was also studying in London while I was working for this guy. And just to offer you my services, so which were PBN domains, expired domains, PBN links, now niche edits, guest posts, we cover most of the things. And I'm also known as the #1 PBN domain seller in Conquer, source market. And I'm also known as the #1 PBN link seller on Legit. So what is a PBN? PBN is a network of trusted and reliable websites that is linked to money sites to gain higher rank on SERPs. So it's basically getting high authority sites with good quality links that are expired, and you basically register them, host them up, set them up and put in your money pages, and just to get the juice from the quality of those domains. And Google notices these links as very quality links, so it's going to give you a good push on the SERPs. So that's why it works very effectively. Like, I would say it's more of PBNs are still more effective than niche edits and guest posts. Like 100%. Like, I have so many clients who come to me and they're like, I'm using so many guest posts and niche edits, and why it's not working? Yes, mate, because your link profile is lacking some PBN power. That's why it's not making you rank on the top of the Google page. Homepage links are the highest powered links. So Google, in fact, likes homepage links over inner pages links. That's why PBNs work better than niche edits, because niche edits are coming from inner pages while PBNs are coming from homepage, right? A lot has changed since 2014 on how SEOs build PBNs. Most previous methods don't work no more. In 2014, it was very easy to put a site with a lot of spammy links and spun content and crappy designs, and it was so easy to make a PBN and rank from a PBN. But a lot has changed from the last 7 years. Like, Google can easily detect low quality sites or sites with low quality links, or even sites which are just completely focused on building PBNs. So that strategy, it's not going to work. A lot has changed, but we just need to improvise with our methods, right? And it still has the maximum ROI. Like, I've known a lot of SEOs who are making their clients 6 and 7 figures and who are just buying thousands of dollars of links from us every month, like 300 to 400 links to all their money sites, and they're making good ROI for sure. So coming to the topic, PBN domains, how do you find them, right? So the two ways of getting PBN domains: either you buy them on auctions or you find a reliable seller just like me, right? DomCorp, Register Compass, and expireddomains.net to look for PBN domains. Like, when I started my PBN journey, I was scraping all my domains from these websites, and even auction domains from Register Compass. It's so easy to track what's going to expire, what's not gonna, what has good metrics, and that helps you finding these quality domains. Now, like, all our system is managed by our team, so I don't have to worry about, finding domains, because my role as a PBN link seller is more like being a business developer, so making sure the client is satisfied and getting the job done, and delivering all my orders from small to big orders. So that's my main job right now. So what's the price you're looking for these domains? If you go on auction, you're gonna find these couple hundred, like at least $100 to $150 for these domains. And if you want to look for a cheaper option, I also have my legit service that I'm going to mention in the description. That's a very cost-effective option, and you can get your PBN domains for $20 each. So what's the quality metrics that you should look for? That's kind of tricky because I played around all kinds of metrics since the past few years, and what I've realized is like Ahrefs metrics is more reliable than Majestic metrics. Like I would find some domains, and on Majestic they would have 1 or 2 TF, and on Ahrefs they would have very good contextual backlinks and a good DR rating, and they were working like a banger, right? So you might want to look at the number of do follow links that a PBN has, a domain has. So I usually go for the metrics which has basically got very high contextual backlinks from New York Times, BBC. But to make the analysis a bit easier, you might want to look at least 10 backlinks from 30 plus DR sites. Like that's my usual metric on finding the best quality PBNs and the juiciest ones that are going to really push the ranks. When you get these domains, just make a list of the pages which are broken. Let's say I've got a domain and it's got a backlink from BBC, and the page that it's being linked to, it's broken. So you might want to scrape it back from way back. And you can also use the plugin that we use very often. So we do a mix of both things. We sometimes restore pages, and we sometimes get this plugin for redirect to homepage so that no link is broken. It's very easy. Coming to the PBN hosting, I'd recommend you to have a separate hosting account for each site in a single cluster. So a cluster is basically a dedicated network to each client or each specific needs, and definitely unique A and C class IPs. So A and C class IPs, different locations, and that keeps the network more secure. So Google's like, okay, this site's being hosted all over the world, this network, so maybe it's a legit sites linking to legit money sites. Hosting recommendations, I personally use my ex-business partner's company, which is SeekerHost, or you can also go on EasyBlock Networks, and they're pretty reliable, right? It's $1 to $2 a month per site. And do not go for share hosting. Please avoid share hosting. That can be a very risky move to having a PBN network on. So PBN setups, how do you set them up, right? We usually get 3,000 to 5,000 words of published content to start with. So that's a very good number. So it's going to be like 5 to 10 articles. So if you can cover in 300 words or 500 words, and it's going to build up a content authority. So before you start linking, it's already going to have like a bit of trust, and Google's going to be like, okay, it's a natural blog, right? And how do you find this content? So you can get cheap content writers. You can find them on Legit, Fiverr, or SEO Clerks. Or you can also use like a AI automate content production like Article Forge. So we do mix of both. We have some writers, we use a bit of automation. So getting all the necessary pages up, about us, context us, privacy policy, terms and conditions. So that's very important. You want to make sure that your PBN looks like an actual blog. And also toxicity test to realize if the PBN is worth it. So what you do in this test is you link to, let's say there's your competitor keyword, which is best fishing rod, and you find the site on 9th or 8th page. You link to that site and see if the PBN link actually helped move that site a bit up on the SERPs. If not, that PBN is not worth it. So if it moves the site, that means PBN is sending a bit of quality link juice, and that's why the site has went up. If not, I'll recommend you doing the test again just to make sure if it's 100% toxic, because sometimes it gives mixed results, but you're gonna know it with 1 or 2 tests or 3 tests maximum. PBN linking. So initial period of 4 to 6 weeks before you start linking. Let the PBN mature. You don't have to be in a hurry to use the PBN ASAP. You just let it sit, right? Wait until new content is indexed before linking. So whenever you put new posts for linking, just wait until it stays on the homepage, or it stays as a blog post for a week before you start linking to more sites or clients. Link 10 to 20% of your links to authority sites like Wikipedia or very informational sites that have got big authority. And also use YouTube videos and relevant images with alt tags. So just make sure the post is 100% relevant to the site you're linking. So you create relevance with the images, YouTube videos, alt tags. We also put keywords on the title and the edge tags. So that creates a bit of RSOS cluster. And get your keywords in the title of the post and edge tags, yes, to keep more relevancy and the relevance boost going to the OBL. Don't make more than 5 outbound links on the homepage. Like, that's the main thing we focus on as well. Like 5 OBL on the homepage is sufficient, but if you do more than that, it can be quite risky. PBN maintenance. So we use indexchecker.link for checking the indexation every month. So it's like a paid tool. You pay $5 for, I think, 1,500 URL checks. So we pay like $5 every month, and we check our 1,000 site network every month if it's indexed or not. Usually it'll get de-indexed if you're using the right practices and if you're not misusing the PBN. Another thing, you can check the monitoring uptime with Uptime Robot. So if any site is down, Uptime Robot's going to detect it and tell it for you, and you can get it fixed ASAP. Consistently updating the PBN with new informational content, that's very important. So you want your PBN to look like a blog, right? Like Google's going to see your PBN as a high quality blog linking to informational resources. So you want to keep updating the new informational content, even if it's not on the homepage. It keeps building the authority of the content, and your outbound link quality is just going to increase with time. Hire a full-time VA who can make the job easier. So we have 3 full-time VAs who manage our network, and they're pretty good at it, you know. Like, I don't have to worry about sites getting de-indexed or some sites going down. It just goes very easy when a VA does it for you. So footprints. Get whois for all your domains, spread them out on different registrars and emails. So let's say I have a 1,000 site network myself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create 10 registrar accounts on 10 different registrars, and I'm going to keep the diversity of the domains going to different accounts. So we have 100 domains each account. That's the limit we go to. Like, we keep this for the ratio purposes, and it makes it more safer. And we have whois, so it hides all your information, your name, your contact details. So Google can't, so Google can't see that it's registered by the same person. Don't link from same PBNs to same sites over and over. Avoid patterns. Any patterns, just avoid it. Let's say I have a 5-site network and it's linking to 5 sites, and then you add 5 more links, which is also the same sites. It creates a pattern. Avoid that on all cases. Block the bots, Ahrefs, Majestic, SEMrush, so SEOs don't find your network. We use link privacy, so if someone needs it, just ping me up. I'll help you with that. It's a very nice plugin to block all the link bots. Don't exchange links. I know it's very tempting to exchange links when you have a network. You want to get more links. But once you start exchanging links, it creates kind of a loop of an exchange PBN network. And that can also lead to Google detecting your PBN and probably de-indexing it. So this was the basic guide I covered for you for building and managing PBNs. So if you need more, check out my free basic guide on building a PBN on saketwahi.com/PBN-guide. And if you want to check out my services or outsource your PBN linking to me, make sure you check out my services and reviews. We've got 1,000+ reviews on our main daddy service. That's how I say it, daddy, So you can also check out my services. If you need to outsource your PBN stress or attention to me, make sure you do it, because we do it full time. We manage a very big network, and we have mastered the skill of leveraging our network to clients for better ROI. So make sure you check it out. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions or queries, make sure you comment down below. I'll do my best to answer it for you. For those who haven't subscribed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be covering very interesting SEO topics for you in future videos. Stay tuned.